Okay, for this activity, you are going to be opening activity 611, and it's the 8-page layout. Okay, so there's a few things left over. So on pages 6 and 7, you're going to delete this school programs from the left-hand side. That was from the previous learning unit, and we're going to just move to the cover page. Alright, just excuse the dogs barking, they're not mine, they're my next door neighbors. So what we're going to do is work with colors. So you'll see that in your swatches panel, you have some basic colors already in existence there. And none of these are terribly exciting. It's just your CMYK, that's your cyan, magenta, yellow, and key, which is black, and then red, green, and blue. But you might want to add other colors. In fact, you should work with colors. So the thing with colors is to have a fairly clear strategy to working with colors. What you don't want to do is just arbitrarily select colors as you go. Have more of a strategy. So you can add colors to your swatches panel in many ways. So the one way is in your swatches panel to go to your options here and choose new color swatch. And from here, because this document is going to be a print document, we want to make sure that we stick to process and CMYK. And then you can mix your colors. So if I have a particular color in mind, I can mix it. And once I've got the values, I might even be given those values by a client. So once I've got those values, I press add. And that color gets added to my swatches panel. I can even give a color a specific name. So for example, if I uncheck here, I can call this grass and then say add. So I can do colors that way, and I can add my swatches as I go. These little icons on the far right hand side indicate to me that they are process colors, so I'm just going to delete those. But what I'm going to do is something a little bit different, and I'm going to add swatches in two ways. One is using the color theme tool, and the other way is using the Adobe color theme panel. So let's do the color theme tool first. So I'm going to go to the picture. So I've got photos in here that I quite like the colors. So this image here in the background is actually has got some really nice colors that I'd like to work with in this document. So I'm going to go to my layers, and I'm going to lock and hide all except my background layer, which I'm going to unlock and show. And then I'm going to select that image, and I'm going to switch down here to this tool here, which is called the color theme tool. Click on it, and then click on this image. Now this is a strange tool. It actually behaves a little bit weirdly, so you'll see nothing has happened. If you get a special little panel that comes up, that's fine, then that's what should happen. But in my case, if this happens to you, you go back to the tool and click on it, and now you get your little panel coming up. And here are the colors that have been picked up from this image, and actually the colors are pretty nice. I'm going to go with the muted option, and then I'm going to click on here and say add this theme to swatches. So you'll see in my swatches panel now I have a muted theme here with those colors in it. So that's great. So now let me go to another photo. Let's try this one. Okay, and let's go with, I think, bright, and then add that as well. Okay, now here's the thing. If you just go back to your selection tool, this little panel, little thing that's little toolbar thing, it won't go away. And I'm sure that Adobe didn't design it that way. I think it's a bug. But anyway, I've discovered that you can get rid of it if you just press escape when you're on your color theme tool. So you go back to your color theme tool and escape. So that's a bit of a weird thing. You'd think that it would have a little close button on it or something. Alright, so we've got some colors there that I can choose from, and then one other way I want to find some colors is I'm going to go to Window, Color, Adobe Color Themes. This, you need to be connected to the internet to be able to access this, and it's going to connect up. You can create your own color themes here, but what I'm going to rather do is explore. So I'm going to click on Explore, and I'm going to type in here botanics. Not botics, but botanics. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got. Okay, let's see. Alright, here's quite a nice theme here. So I'm going to go to this theme that says botanical for desserts or something like that. I'm going to click here and say add to swatches. Then I'm going to close this. So now I've got these three color groups here. If I just close them up, there's my three color groups. So now I'm going to build my own color theme for this document. And this is how you should work. You should really be very specific about the colors you're going to work with. Just the same as fonts. When you're working with fonts, you don't just kind of grab a font when you want to and not think about an overall strategy. So I'm going to get rid of all of these colors. So select them and click on the bin. And if it tells you, let me just undo that. If it says to you there's a color being used, you're going to have to, if you remove it, you're going to have to use another color. Just leave it on black and just say OK. And then I'm going to make a new color group for myself. So down the bottom, new color group, and I'm going to rename it, just double click on it, to DBG, Durban Botanic Gardens color group or color theme. And I'm going to build my colors from here. So I want this kind of cream color and this darker kind of toffee color, I think, and the rest of those I don't want, so I'm going to delete that group. Then for this bright theme, okay, these colors are a little bit close to that. Let me take the lighter orange color. The rest of those I'm going to bin. And then let's go to this one, and I'm going to take this color here. Okay, quite like that collection, so I'm going to get rid of those. And there's one more color I want to add here. I want to add a blue, but I didn't like any options there, so I'm going to go to options, new color swatch, and let's mix up a blue. Okay, so I'm going for something like that, and I'm just going to call it Caribbean blue. I'm sure I've spelled that wrong, but that's okay. And say OK, and then I'm going to put Caribbean blue into here. Alright, so now I've got my colors. I'm just going to show my layers again, unlock all my layers, and let's start from the cover and let's start applying these colors. Okay, so we're going to go to the cover and make sure my swatches is open here so I can use it. So I'm going to take my type tool and double click on the word gardens to select it, and I'm going to use this pale green color, and I'll change the stroke to this Caribbean blue. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, I think that I need to just increase the stroke weight. So here's stroke, push the weight up to 2. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that's fine. And then get away to yourself. I'm going to triple click on that to select it, and we'll apply this lighter kind of beige color, but not as a stroke. So I need to go to fill and apply that color. Okay, I'm clicking away and pressing W. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. So this here, I'm going to set the fill color So let's bring the fill to the front, to this darker kind of toffee color, and then the type I'll set to the lighter tan color. And then here at the bottom, the word flowers, I'm going to make the light green. Trees, light green. Oops, bird life, light green. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. So let's move on. So the contents page. Here I'm going to change the styles. So remember we did paragraph and character styles. So for character styles, double click on content page, numbers, character color, and let's choose the pale green. Okay. And for the paragraph style, content page text, character color, let's choose the orangey color. Let's go rather with the darker tan color. Okay, and the first one here needs to be overridden, so select and apply the content page text. Okay, so that looks fine, I like that. Let's go to this page. So Durban Botanic Gardens white is good here for this getaway to yourself. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to make that this lighter tan color. And then this intro, I'll make that Caribbean blue. Okay, I think that's all. I don't want to go overboard with color here. Yeah, I think that's right. And then this page, this quote could do with being a different color. So let me try the pale green, see what that looks like. Yeah, I like it. And then the word education here, I'm going to make the light tan color. Okay, and then finally on the back page here, let's just make this look a bit better. So the larger text, I'm going to make the pale green. And the smaller text, I'm going to make the Caribbean blue. Okay, so yeah, I think that looks alright. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and see you next time.